What's going on, guys? Boss Up A6 here, back to another video, and today I have another collection update video for you guys. I went back to the record shop just a few hours ago, and I got some pretty good stuff here. And I didn't go as overboard as I did last week because one, the CDs were really damn pricey, and two, I didn't want to overbloat it like I did last time, but I got some pretty decent stuff out of it. So if this is a bit of a shorter video, I didn't buy as many albums as I did last time, but I did get 50% off on a few albums. So yeah, without wasting any further, without wasting any time, let's dive into it. Danzig, self-titled. This is the self-titled debut from these heavy metal legends. That was, of course, done by Glenn Danzig. This is like a solo output. But yeah, a lot of damn good stuff here. And 1988 was a hell of a year for heavy metal. And yeah, this is just an absolute classic debut. It's arguably his best. And it's got his most memorable songs, Twisted Cain, Am I Demon, Mother. But if you go past those albums, there's some really damn good deep cuts on this, like Soul on Fire, Possession, End of Time to Hunter, Evil Thing. This is just a great debut outing. Now, there may be another album that may be arguably better than this one, but honestly, I don't think this one will get topped. If I ever do a Danzig album ranking, this is most likely be number one. But yeah, hell of a grab I got here. Good stuff. Check it out. Death, Leprosy. This is the sophomore outing from the beginners of death metal, and this is actually a 2-disc CD. This one's the actual album, and this two is actually the rehearsals that happened in '87. But this is an absolutely classic album in the band's entire discography. This was my second favorite for a long time. It's actually gone down a bit to my third favorite, and my new second favorite is actually Individual Thought Patterns. But just from top to bottom, this is an absolutely classic album, and it's arguably Death's best album, and arguably the best death metal album of all time. Of course, the title track, Born Dead, Left to Die, the classic Pull the Plug, Choke on It, Open Casket. Just from top to bottom, this is just an absolutely awesome album. And it's still got that thrash influence on it, but it's more brutal. Chuck's vocals got even more guttural. The drums sound like an explosion every 5 seconds. Just from top to bottom, just absolutely great stuff all around. Alright, I got a pairing from Judas Priest. Their third studio album, Sin After Sin, that came out in 1977, and 1988's Ram It Down. So, with Sin After Sin coming off of Sad Wings of Destiny, people kind of think this one was going to be a bit of a meh album. People are actually kind of shocked. This one was actually pretty damn solid for what it is. And while I don't think it's as great as Sad Wings of Destiny, I still think this is a hell of an album. Sinners, Diamonds of Rust, which is a cover song, Starbreaker, Let's Pray / Call for the Priest, Raw Deal, and the ending track to Sin Aggressor, which is one of my favorite Judas Priest songs. It's basically proto thrash. This is a hell of an album. Yeah, you got the two ballads, Last Rose of Summer and Here Come the Tears, which are not really that good in my opinion, but this is a hell of an album. And this is where they kind of got a little bit more progressive and a little more proggy with their songwriting and song structure, but it would come into fruition with Stained Class that I actually got last week. So yeah, this is a remastered version of it, which really doesn't make that much of a difference, but yeah, this is a hell of an album. Really damn good stuff from the 70s. And then, 11 years later, we get Ram It Down, which, yeah, this one was kind of a weird period for the band, and not a lot of people like this album, which I kind of understand, but at the same time, I feel like this album gets way too much shit, because yes, this did come after Turbo, which we all know what happened there, and I already talked about in my retrospective, but Rob Halford was going through a bad period in his life, but he fortunately got himself clean, and this and Turbo were actually supposed to be a double album, with Turbo with the album called Twin Turbos, with Turbo being the more popular sounding album and this one being the heavier version. This ultimately just became two separate albums. And while yes, the drum machine is obvious because at this point, known child lover Dave Holland was out of the band and C3PO decided to step behind the drum kit. This is still a damn good album if you look behind the glaring flaws in the band at this point. The title track, Heavy Metal, Come and Get It, Hard as Iron, Monsters of Rock, Blood Red Skies. Even the cover of Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good, I think, is pretty damn good. I know a lot of people really don't really care for it. I kind of dig it for how over the top it is. But yeah, Love Zone kind of sucks, but it's sort of catchy. But I mean, it's not the worst thing in the band's entire discography, but it's certainly not really that great. And also, that album cover kicks a lot of ass too, with the fist coming from the sky and smash on the earth and like the red blood all over the planet. So yeah, I'd say in terms of the album artwork, this is arguably one of their best ones. So yeah, two solid offerings in their own right. Not one of their best, but still really damn good. So yeah, check these two out if you want. Napalm Death, the throes of joy in the jaws of the fetism. This one is one of the most obscure ones I found in the record shop. This is the latest offering from these grindcore legends from Britain, and yeah, what can I say about Napalm Death that hasn't been said already? These guys are the best grindcore band of all time, because if you think of grindcore, you immediately think of this band. I haven't really delved deep into their discography, and even though I have a couple songs on my Spotify playlist, I'll have to check this one out. But I hear this is just an absolutely amazing album, and yeah, I'll have to check this album out because my one of the best YouTubers, or one of the best channels I watch, Thralls of Metal, they did a ranking of this band and they ranked this album pretty damn high. So yeah, I'll have to check this one out, and plus Dead Pigeon, because why not? So yeah, I'll have to check this one out, see what I think about it. But this was a hell of a steal that I got. And now for the penultimate one, Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss. This is the 5th studio album that came out from these American thrash legends, and my opinion really hasn't changed all that much on this album because, yeah, coming off of South of Heaven that came out in '88, this one really didn't grab me as much. It has grown on me a little bit, but this one's kind of a half and half album for me, because while there's some damn good tracks here like War Ensemble, Dead Skin Mask, Born of Fire, the title track, and of course my favorite Slayer song of all time, Spirit in Black, half the tracks here really don't do that much. Like, I'm not a big fan of Blood Red, Expendable Youth, Hollow Point. I know a lot of people really love Skeletons of Society. I just kind of find that kind of meh, but this is still a damn good album. It's still top 5 in their entire career, but to me, it's probably their most overrated. Like, I know Rain and Blood gets mentioned a lot, but while you can argue it's overrated, but at least I love that album. I just like this album. So yeah, I'm not saying this is trash. I'm just saying that it's not really an album I'll go back to every so often, except for the tracks I just listed. So yeah, I'm glad I got this album though, and for a Slayer album for the first time, I'd say I'm going off on a pretty damn good one. So yeah, check this one out. And finally, the last album, Slipknot, Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses. This is the 3rd studio album that came out in 2004 from these, I don't even know how to describe them, alternative, new metal, thrash metal, death metal. I don't even know what the hell they are at this point, but it's Slipknot, one of the weirdest bands of all time. So yeah, this is the original album artwork. I don't have the alternative one. They came out, I think, a couple months afterwards, but if you guys know me, and if you guys see my retrospective on this band, this is my favorite album by them. Coming off of Iowa, which was their darkest, this one went a little more commercial. And you can argue it's their black album, quote unquote, because it's a little more commercial. The songwriting is a little more simplistic, but it's still pretty damn heavy. Like, it didn't simplify to the point where it was just a boring ass mess. Like, this is still heavy as hell. Prelude 3.0 is is the best opening by The Fault. The Blister Exists, 3 Nell, Duality, Opening of the People, Circle, Welcome, Vermilion Part 2, Pulse of the Maggots, The Nameless, The Virus Arrived, Before I Forget. The only track I really don't dig is Danger Keep Away. That was just kind of a whimper to end it on. But the alternative album that has the 2 bonus tracks of Don't Get Close and Scream, I really dug those songs as well. But I'm so glad I got this one. I have a couple more and then I have their entire discography, but yeah, I'm so glad I got this one. So that's it, folks. That does another album collection CD for me. I know it wasn't as big as the last one, but I didn't want to get myself too hyped up, and plus the prices were really damn pricey. So yeah, it may look like I'm tired. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. It's because I'm like that about 80% of the time. So yeah, I still got a couple more videos I gotta do, unfortunately. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and what did you guys think about this album collection update? Because from what I've been seeing, a lot of you guys are really starting to like it. So I'll keep doing it. Just hopefully I don't go broke by the time I'm 30. So anyways, what did you guys think about this video? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, tap that big red subscribe button, and tap the bell so when I upload, you guys will be notified. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Most importantly, join the herd. Talk in the next video. Peace out.